For the last 6 videos, you have heard a difficult truth. The system does not reward effort. It rewards visibility, positioning, and perception. And by now, you might be feeling something heavy, a sense that you have been overlooked, that your years of hard work were wasted on a system that never saw you. I need you to hear this very clearly. You were never overlooked. Overlooked implies they saw you and decided you were not enough. That is not what happened. What actually happened is far more fixable. You were mispositioned. And the difference between those two words is the difference between a career that stays stuck and a career that finally moves. Subscribe right now, because this video changes the entire frame. This is the video that turns everything from the last 6 into something you can actually act on. Let me explain the difference. Being overlooked means the problem is you. It means they evaluated your worth and found it lacking. If that were true, there would be very little you could do. You cannot easily become a fundamentally different person. But being mispositioned means something completely different. It means your value is real. Your capability is real. Your work is real. You have simply been standing in the wrong place for that value to be seen, understood, and rewarded. Think about a brilliant product sitting in the wrong aisle of a store. The product is excellent, but it has been placed where the people who need it never walk. It does not sell, not because it lacks value, because it lacks position. That product is not overlooked. It is mispositioned. And the fix is not to change the product. The fix is to move it. You are that product. Drop the word move in the comments right now if you are ready to stop blaming yourself and start repositioning. I want to know how many people are ready to make this shift. Here is what mispositioning actually looks like in a career. There are 4 ways professionals get mispositioned, and almost everyone watching this is affected by at least one. Misposition number 1, wrong visibility. Your work is excellent, but it happens where decision makers never see it. You are in the back office. You are on the project nobody senior is watching. You deliver in silence. The fix is not to work harder. The fix is to relocate your visible output to where the right eyes are. Volunteer for the projects senior leaders care about. Present your results in the meetings that matter. Make your value happen in view. Misposition number 2, wrong narrative. You are known for the wrong thing. You might be capable of strategy, but everyone sees you as the reliable executor. You might be ready to lead, but everyone sees you as the helpful team player. The narrative attached to you no longer matches your actual capability. The fix is to deliberately demonstrate the new narrative. If you want to be seen as strategic, you must repeatedly do visible strategic things until the old story is replaced. Misposition number 3, wrong room. You may be in an organization, a team, or under a manager where upward movement is structurally impossible. Some rooms have no exits, a team with no senior roles above it, a manager who blocks the advancement of their best people to keep them, a company that simply does not promote from your function. No amount of repositioning inside a dead-end room creates movement. The fix here is the hardest one. Sometimes repositioning means changing rooms entirely. A different team, a different department, a different company. This is not failure. This is strategy. Misposition number 4. Wrong signal. You are capable, visible, and in a good room, but you are sending signals that contradict your ambition. You never express interest in advancement, so they assume you are content. You always say yes to everything, so they see you as support staff rather than leadership material. You solve problems quietly, so they never associate you with impact. The fix is to consciously align your signals with your ambition. Say what you want. Behave like what you want to become. Let your visible actions broadcast your trajectory. Now here is the reframe that ties together everything from these 7 videos. For your entire career, you may have believed that getting ahead was about being good enough. It is not. It has never been about being good enough. It is about being positioned correctly. Good enough is the entry requirement. Position is the actual game. And position is something you control. You cannot always control whether you are talented enough. That is partly genetics, partly years of effort already spent. But you can always control where you stand, who sees you, what story is attached to you, what room you are in, what signal you send. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. The thing standing in your way was never your ability, it was your position. And position is the one thing fully within your power to change. So here is your assignment coming out of this series. Identify which of the 4 mispositions is affecting you most. Wrong visibility, wrong narrative, wrong room, wrong signal. Be honest. It is usually obvious once you stop blaming yourself and start diagnosing instead. Then take one concrete action this week to begin repositioning. Not a plan, an action. One project you volunteer for. One conversation you initiate. One signal you change. One meeting you ask to be in. Repositioning does not happen in one move, but it always begins with one. You were never overlooked. You were mispositioned. And mispositioning is not a verdict, it is an instruction. Like this video, if these 7 videos have changed how you see your career. Share it with someone who has spent years believing they were simply not good enough. They need to hear that they were mispositioned, not overlooked. And subscribe, because this is only the beginning. In the next series, we go deeper than awareness. We move into the actual mechanics of power, how it is built, how it is held, how ordinary professionals quietly accumulate it. You now understand the game. Next, we learn to play it. Do not miss it.